Hello, hello. I hope that everyone is having a great Sunday morning. I am having a very slight issue with actually being able to show my game on screen. So, as you can see, I have already gone through the different campaigns, and I do have all of the different DLCs, and I just fancy replaying the campaigns again. So I'm going to start from the basic campaign with Sunnyside. So I need to build a small aquarium, and we have the basic tutorial stuff, making sure that I know how to pan the camera, return to home, etc, etc. There we go, nice and easy. Now that gives me a little bit of money. there we go. Now we have the money in the bottom corner and everything. So let's start off with basic tanks. So tanks are up here. Basic tanks are very simple. We really don't need to be very fussy about this. And in here, equipment is where you find the heaters and the filters. Now we need to make sure that we don't block them off completely, because we're going to need to hire some staff. The staff need to be able to actually access them, because they do break down. I also hope that you can hear me properly. If the sound levels aren't very good, then please do tell me so that I can make myself louder, make the game quieter, or anything like that. Okay, so first of all, livestock. The Azure Demoiselle. So this has 1 prestige. It gives you 3 ecology points. It's a size 2. It needs to have hot water. It's a tropical fish. This is something that only really comes into play later on. But you do need to make sure that the heat level in the tank is at the required level for the fish. It's all according to how much water there is in the tank and how much heat is given off by the heater. Then here, this is the water quality that it needs, which is related to the filter. And then this one, this animal eats orange pellets. We need to make sure we've got enough of that as well. So they only cost 27. And we have 8 spots in each tank. Just going to add 2 to each. And as you can see, it pops up at the top that the task of feeding them cannot be completed because there are no orange pellets. Now let's see, where are the orange pellets? I think in this one, under tools. Yes, here we go. So I'll just put that here in the corner. We also need a tool station in order to repair the filter and the heater in case they stop working. As I said, you can't block them off, otherwise they can't get to it, so I'll just show you now. It does come up with an X. If you click on it, then this here lets you move it around, and you can use the middle mouse to turn it around. So there's the tool station, just in case this breaks down. Then what else do we need to do? So add some decorations. Decorations, nice and simple. Just get sea lettuce in this one, and we'll get some rocks in this one. One thing that you will notice now, between the 2 tanks, this one has 60. This filtration. This has 16, which comes from the little filter here. This one has 18 because you get some from the rocks. Okay, now an aquarist, this is basically our staff. So we just need to hire any of them. So this will, the talents, basically their attributes, it affects how fast they are, how good they are at feeding, and how good they are at talking, something that will come into effect later on. And then their skills, where you will see that they don't have anything that is different from empathy, but they have -2 from precision, and here they have -2 from precision and -1 from memory. But obviously the higher their skill in these, the better they are, so we only have 2 to choose from. This one looks better, less minuses, so you can close the staff. that's all done. So everything is open and up and running. Whenever a guest arrives, they obviously pay to enter, and then when they go around, they look inside the tanks, and you will get different points from them looking at different things in the tanks. So with this one, it tells you about ecology points, and it also shows with the fish as well. There's a chance to get the prestige points if they enjoy an animal or an object. So as you can see in this one, this shows that it is 1 deep, has 1 depth. It has enough heating, so there is 18 spots in, so 18 heats going into the tank. There are 8 spots in the tank, and you need to have 8 or more in order to make sure that it's heated to a decent standard. Now, as you can see here, it says 1 out of 0. This is because some fish later on will require a certain amount of vegetation or a certain amount of stones, different things like that. But let's just play now and have a look at what we can do. So we have got our first ecology point, as you can see down in this corner, and this is what you use to unlock new animals. So we've chosen to research it. We just need a couple more points, and then we can unlock the fish. The second person coming in should get and we have unlocked it. As you can see, we also have got some of these prestige points. We need to have a certain amount of prestige points to rank up, and we can get more different things at different ranks. This also gives guest thoughts, so you can get minus points depending on how the aquarium looks. Maybe it's dirty, you get a minus. If everything is hunky-dory and all decorated and everything, you can get pluses. And yeah, so we will need to add another tank, but we need to make sure there is enough space. So we need to go up here, and we need to expand the it wants us to do a large tank, so I'm going to go here, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to need to get another basic tank, and move it to make it bigger, so just move this a bit more out of the way. We need to add another filter. This one are a little bit different. This is a shoulder, and you need to have a group of 4 of them, otherwise they get sad and they die. This one is also going to need to have a bigger tank than usual. So let's get the filter. Okay, and now we have still only have these 3. Later on we can move things around a bit. So the King Demoiselle, we can have a look on here quickly to have a look at the different things. This is a new thing. It is a wimp. There are wimps and there are bullies. You cannot house them together because the bullies will basically bully the fish until it dies. So you need to make sure that everything is separated. When we get these, rather than building a new tank, I am going to move things around. I'm going to move these Azure Demoiselles all into the same tank, and then move the King Demoiselle into the empty tank. Unfortunately, at the moment, it is now just a bit of a waiting game to get the number of points that we need. Hopefully, it shouldn't take long. There we go. So let's take these out and put them in here. So just about the space. Then we can get quickly this new one. It does need to be quite quick because if there is nothing in a particular tank, then you do tend to get negative prestige from it. Here we go. Here is a bully. We need to make sure that that goes into a different tank from the King Demoiselle here. Okay, so the Arabian Blue Line Dotty back again. A bit of a waiting game for this one as well, just to make sure that we can send it in. Now that we have extended this, we can of course move these here we go, there's something's broken down. We already have this out, and our staff member has a skill of 2 in fixing things. So as you can see, he just picks up the toolkit and now he is fixing it. The number here was going down a bit because it got broken, and it goes back up after it gets fixed. So you still have a little bit of time before you need to actually worry about everything. So the Arabian Blue Line Dotty back in size 4. There's going to be enough space in this one here. Just put it in here. And here we have an issue. As you can see in the red, it doesn't have enough filtration, so we need to get another filter. Put that here. There we go. Yellow tang. As I mentioned earlier, vegetation. This one is a plant lover. It has a requirement to have a plant in the tank with it. The number 1 doesn't mean that it has to just have one plant. It is 1 plant per fish for this one. Other ones will have bigger numbers. Sometimes it will be 3, sometimes it will be 2. And this one is size 5. We need to one also eats something different, so we're going to need to get green pellets as well. But they're not available right now, so I'm assuming that will come once it's been researched. I'm going to extend it a bit more again, so we've got enough space to put in a new tank for it. As it says, this is a basic tank, so the maximum size of this goes is 3x3. Very, very basic. Now there's nothing in this one at the moment, so what I can do is put walls around it. The X is just because you can't access it because it is being blocked, because I put the walls around it. I can sort that out after we have researched this and get everything under control. The walls are also quite cool in that if I start to get ready, I'll use the combi. I can put it on the other side of the wall, and it will still affect here the filtration and the heat, as you can see. So we have now unlocked the yellow tank, so we can make sure we put this in, get 2 of them, and now we can get the green pellets. I'm just going to pause quickly so that I can actually move all of these out of the way. Well, actually I'll just sell them to get them out of the way. Okay, so it's got 2 bubbles up here. I have forgotten to put the decorations in, the plants. And we have some more things from where we leveled up, so we put these in, which makes sure that it's got all the requirements. And we have, yeah, we now have 62% for the water quality. Okay, so we can start researching the next one. This one requires a cave and does not like lights. So these are 2 separate things. There's caves. Later on you can get lights for sometimes there are fish that need them, but normally it's a type of coral that needs lights in order to grow properly. They are 2 separate things. If you put both a cave and lights in the tank, then this fish will still not be happy. So while we wait, I'm going to get this sorted out. They only need a small tank. Ah, here we go. Then I'm going to move things about a little bit. Move this one here. Move that there. Just to make sure that everything's a bit more, well, not symmetrical, but in line, let's say. You get a bit fussy about it. So filter, meter. Then we need to get the cave. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Let's size 4. You can just put one of these in here. And now we get on to the things for the guests. Benches. So everything comes onto the this is also why I have left so much space in between all the different tanks, so that I can put benches down. Okay, and now the final challenge to go on to the next aquarium, and yeah, we just need to make sure that we have a positive amount of prestige points for a certain time period. And to help with that, I'm going to hire an extra person. Putting some more decorations in so that the tanks look a bit more interesting for the guests, and hopefully that will help. Yep, the prestige points that we're obtaining has now gone up to 70, up from 60, oh 73. Yep, if the tanks look empty, even though there are fish and they don't have decorations, the guests can get a bit picky about things. Generally this is a quite mature game. It can take a while to either build up money or, especially at the start, to get through different things. The challenges become more very later on, but yeah, I also quite like the music, especially if I'm in a bit of a bad mood. It's quite upbeat, and yeah, like I said, quite a chill thing. So bad things obviously do happen with the fish, especially on times where I don't pay attention. And this is just a very simple challenge for the first campaign. And it's literally just a case of waiting around. As you can see here, this is broken down and the temperature is very slowly decreasing until it gets fixed. Okay, and there we go, we have completed the first part of the tutorial. Now I am going to move on to the next job. But first things first, I'm going to take a break and get myself something to drink. Make sure that I keep hydrated.